Hi, come in and take a seat. We have you scheduled in today for your orbital and vestibular cochlear cranial nerve examination, which just means your eyesight and your hearing. Now, I think our five senses in general, we are perhaps a little bit guilty of taking them for granted at times, myself included, and I have absolutely no excuse to. You're excused to, because you're not treating and examining every day. But I think it's important that we have our general health examined at least once a year, but specifically our cranial nerves. You can imagine what a day in a life would be if you suddenly didn't have the use of your eyes or your ears. So we're just going to do a little check today to make sure everything is healthy. Your eyesight is 20/20, or at least close to where you are at in the range of your last examination. And of course, your hearing. Now, the hearing test is a little bit more comprehensive than perhaps you're used to. We'll be testing depth, your ability to interpret quiet sounds. But also, we'll actually be putting headphones on your ears and simulating different sounds during the testing phase. All pleasant sounds, I should say. Nothing to worry about, or nothing intrusive in any way. Okay? Now, some people actually find our examinations quite relaxing, and with this in mind, if you feel yourself getting a little bit sleepy, if you feel your eyes getting heavy, well, don't worry, because we examine the eyes first. And if after a while you want to close your eyes, it's no problem. I don't need your eyes open to test your hearing. And if you fall asleep at any point, no problem. We can reschedule and we can resume from the last thing you remember. Okay? Now, we do emphasize an element of relaxation in our exams. And we're going to start this by having a little look at the iris and the pupil. And all I need you to do here is just look into this eye, to my eye. Now, the light I'm using is just a small USB LED. It's not particularly bright. But all I need you to do is just focus on this eye here, okay? Just this eye here. Good. Again, we're just taking our time. Just examining. We're measuring how the pupil is reacting to the change and focus of the light. You can just follow my eye. Don't follow the light just yet. Don't follow the light. Good. Good. Okay. Absolutely nothing to worry about. in the interest of keeping things simple, I'd like you just to focus on my other eye, adjacent eye. And if your eyes are getting a little bit watery, blink. It's okay. Don't need you to keep your eyes open. I just need you to try and follow this eye. So as I'm moving from side to side, just try and keep track of my eye, okay? Okay. 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 Good. Good. Very good. 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 Excellent. Excellent. Good. Just keep focusing on my eye, please. That's all you have to do. I say that's all you have to do. I don't want to undermine your workload here. It's significant. Okay. Now, you can blink a little bit. What I'd like you to do next is to actually follow the light, and I'll be closing the distance between your eyes, the optical nerve, and the LED itself. And I'll be monitoring how the nerves in your eye, the iris and pupil especially, how they're reacting to the change in distance. Now, again, I'd like you to focus on the light here, please. I won't be shining the light directly into the eye. Very good. Very good. 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 Okay. Just keep looking at the light. Keep looking at the light. Excellent. Okay, now I'll be alternating and zigzagging a little bit. We're going to track your eye's ability to track the light. Track on track. Okay. Just keep with the light. Keep with the light. You can follow it for me, please. You can follow it. You can follow that light. Good. Excellent job. Keep following the light. Wherever it goes. Good. Excellent job. Okay. Very good. Wonderful. Now I'd like to test your periphery vision. I'll be sliding my fingers out of your field of view, and I want you to tell me when both my fingers come back in to your field of view. can say both if it's both at the same time. If you see your left or like you to do is tell me how many fingers am I holding up. Okay, I'm going to cover one of your eyes, and I'd like you just to tell me how many fingers. Okay. Very good. Very good. Excellent. And now the other side. Good. Very good. Excellent. The last one is actually a thumb. Is it a finger? Who knows? But I can tell you, during light phase testing, your eyes respond as exactly as they should be. Your pupil is contracting as it should because there's a very large exposure to light. If this room was very dark and we were to look into your eyes quickly, we'd expect to see your pupils enlarged to allow the amount of light into the eye to maximize that surface area. So your eyes are responding perfectly. No laziness. I'm just going to have a very quick look into the eyes. And here we're looking for any little stigma of the eye. Good. Nothing. Could you just blink a few times for me, please? Just blink. Blink, 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 blink. Good. Okay. Now, your eyes are perfect, at least visually. No stigma, no laziness, no droop of the eye that is more common in people than you might believe. They respond well to light sources. Your peripheral vision and cognizance and ability to track objects, all excellent, all perfect, just like you, of course. Now, it's one thing, the eyes physically responding as we expect, but it's another thing entirely to operate optimally. So what we're going to do is give you a little eye test. Nothing to worry about, nothing to be afraid of. And we also have a rather uncomplicated device called an optical flipper. An optical flipper. Now what this does, it allows us to provide two different magnifications. And we present them over the eye. Present a chart. We flick to higher magnification to see if it's better or worse. 1 or 2. A little card. It's called a word rock card. And this may be quite difficult to see. It's a series of numbers, words, and the idea is that we'll just present the card just from here, and you can see magnification 1, 2, 1, Excellent. Now, that might have seemed fairly obvious. For you, it seemed that higher magnification was certainly beneficial. And that might seem obvious, but for some, the magnification actually blurs the letter or the word. For you, it seems that perhaps a slight prescription might be advisable. But what I would suggest is to consult with your optician. Say I had a cranial nerve on my optical nerve and my vestibular cochlear nerve. And it seemed that my eyes were a little bit weaker. And perhaps prescription lenses might be a good choice for you. But it seemed very minor. You could see from lens 1, you were just having a slight improvement. From lens 2, but again, your eyes physically are perfect. They function excellently well. Again, no stigmas, which is always nice to see. Okay. Now, your eyes, I think we've given enough attention to for just now at least. What I'd like to do is to move on to the hearing, to testing the range of your hearing, the precision of your hearing, and also have some fun with some interesting sounds. We call it a sound identifier. If you can tell me what the sound is, or perhaps what object might be making the sound. Okay, the first thing I'd like to do, and you may have seen one of these before. This is a tuning fork. A tuning fork. And it will let off a reverberation that your inner ear and your brain, working in conjunction, should be able to identify. Okay? Now, if at any point this vibration sound is inaudible, meaning you can't hear it, that's why we identify. It's a certain frequency that a fully functioning vestibular cochlear nerve should be able to interpret. Okay? Nothing to worry about if the next portion is entirely silent for you. It just means we need a little bit more investigation. Okay? So, we'll run the tuning fork, then I'll physically examine the ears a little bit with my trusty torch. And then I said we're going to test the range of hearing, because quite often, myself included, we have been using headphones at levels far higher than we should be using. Listening to some very loud music, perhaps, or maybe some exceptionally loud in-game music, thin tunes, perhaps. But either way, we'll get to the bottom of any intrusion or any disruption to what is otherwise perfect hearing. Okay? Now, if you can, I'd like you to close your eyes for me, please, and tell me which side you can hear this sound. Excellent. Good. Good. when the sound stops. Okay? Keep your eyes closed, please. Only when the sound stops, when it's imperceptible. Okay. And again. Good. Doing very well. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. It's almost refreshing when the vibration suddenly ceases. It's like a return to ultimate clarity. It's interesting. Okay, just 2 more tests. Okay. Just tell me when you can't hear the sound anymore. Okay. Good. Okay, very good. Wonderful. You're certainly responding optimally. There was no confusion, no hesitation. Clearly the vibration of the tuning fork is being perceived and interpreted correctly. Which, it's very unusual that that isn't the case, but it's not unheard of, and it's a core test to our process here. Okay? Now, I'm going to take a quick look in each ear. Okay, good. Good. Very good. The ear looks absolutely clean. No unnecessary buildup of earwax. Good. Good. All clear. Wonderful. Now we're again in no rush here. We take our time, take it slow, and make sure we do it right. Okay, let's just have a look into this ear. Okay. Okay. Nothing to worry about in there either. Everything's looking as it should. Good. Good. A little bit more earwax on this side, but nothing untoward. No Q-tips being stuck in and wiggled around, which is nice. Good. Okay, good. Okay. I was talking to myself more than anything else there, but you may have heard me complaining about Q-tips. Now, Q-tips can be very helpful when cleaning the ears, providing they go no further than the outer ear. When people start plugging it in and turning, that's when you find the earwax being pushed back in to the ear and causing blockages. And blockages then create more of a blockage. Earwax production increases, and we limit our hearing, pressures being built up, and it's just a very unpleasant experience all round. I have had some interesting excavations, we could call it. So be kind to your ears. If you think you have too much earwax, come and see us. We'll take care of it for you. Okay. I also specialize in the olfactory nerve, which is your smell. We're not covering that in today's session, but if you want your sense of smell tested, you're welcome back at any time. Okay? But yeah, be kind to those ear canals. Now, physically speaking, your ears look clean, pink on the inner ear, nothing to worry about. Looks as it should. Minimal but essential amount of earwax for keeping that safe, keeping anything that shouldn't be in there out. And your range from the tuning fork seemed fine. I'd like to do a final test before we put the headphones on you, okay? Now I'll be whispering soft sounds, soft words into your ear, and I'd like you to repeat the word you thought you heard. Okay. Optic. An easy one. Optic. Optic. Good. Sonar. Sonar. Good. Christmas time. Christmas time. Excellent. Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding. Green matchmakers. Green matchmakers. That last one was a little bit harder, and maybe it's a word or a series of words you've never heard before. But if you were by some miracle, my family listening, you would know what green matchmakers are immediately. There's a very loving fight over these every year, of which, of course, I always win. I have my wife on board backing me up as well, so it's a sure thing. Alright, a couple more words. Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch. Good. Blue cheese. Blue cheese. Wonderful. Okay, let's move to the other ear. Food. Food. Seemingly a common theme in my soft words. Open. Log fire. Log fire. Yes, those wood-burning stoves make Christmas just a little bit more special sometimes. I don't own one, unfortunately. Maybe one day. I live in the desert, so it's not quite as useful. Tinsel. Tinsel. Good. Christmas tree. Christmas tree. Yes. Very good. Very good. A few more. Monopoly. Monopoly. Table flipping. Table flipping. Sometimes those words are synonymous, especially if you play with my sister. Tables have been flipped. That's actually a lie. Maybe mentally. I'm not sure. Okay, two more. Buddy. L. Wonderful. Okay. So your brain's ability to interpret quiet sounds, it's perfect. No issues. There was no confusion. Some of those were a little bit tough, and you'd have been forgiven for mistaking a few of them, but you had no issues, which is great. Now, the last part of our test, I'll actually be popping a pair of headphones, and we'll be playing a series of sounds, and I'd like you to identify what those sounds are. Okay. Now you should still be able to hear me okay? Good. Now, I'm going to play the first sound, and I want you to tell me what you think the sound is. Okay?
Hello, it's Sarah, Swarms ASMR, and I'd like to wish you a very happy Christmas and New Year.
Very good. Correct. Correct. I'm surprised you got that. Okay. I'm keeping a little note of your answers here. Okay. Sound number 2.
Hello, it's Jody Marie, ASMR, and I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jan, and I want to wish Matt and everybody watching and listening a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year.
Now, there shouldn't be any sounds that you're hearing for the first time. It's possible. Unlikely, but possible. But it's testing your brain's ability to match up the sound, but also for your ear, that little nerve in your ear, to really differentiate different sound waves. Okay? Next sound.
Hi, this is Yoloma, ASMR. Joyeux Noël et bonne année.
Good. Next.
Hey, this is AS Clemor. Have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year.
If you don't know, no problem.
Hey, this is Atlas, wishing you a very happy Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate. Wishing you a very happy holidays and a wonderful New Year. You deserve it.
Some might be familiar, others not.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Justin, aka Jamma ASMR, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Rainrider Ambience, wishing you and your loved ones a Merry Christmas and a healthy and happy New Year. I hope all your dreams come true in the year of 2022.
Hi, this is Sharon Shares ASMR, wishing you a very
Good. Just a couple more.
Hello, this is Julieta ASMR,
Wonderful.
and I want to wish you a beautiful Christmas and a feliz Navidad para toda la gente que habla español. Feliz año 2022.
Of course.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Hey everybody, I'm Virtually Real ASMR and I'm here to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Okay.
Hi, this is Rapunzel ASMR, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello everyone, this is Hanal from Hanal ASMR, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy, 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 happy New Year.
Okay. Let me remove your headphones. How was that? You certainly seem to do very well. Your eyes and your ears, full bill of health, or rather a clean bill of health. There was a slight waxy buildup in this ear, very minor, nothing to worry about, within the parameters of normality for just now. It was more about just a little bit more than what we found on this side. So try not to stick your fingers in your ears. Be gentle with the Q-tips. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Again, your depth perception, your eyes' response to light stimuli, all wonderful. Nothing to worry about. You can relax, and if you have a holiday period coming up, you can enjoy it. If you have a weekend coming up, enjoy it. It's always a pleasure to have you in my office and to examine. It's my pleasure. Again, you're commended for being proactive with your healthcare as opposed to being reactive. It's far too easy for us to wait to have symptoms, whereas a lot of the work we do can be preventative. And part of that preventative is getting your nerves checked over at least once a year. I know some people that are listening that are signing up for cranial nerves more frequently than that.